said earlier. And I think the fact that we're here together, even a handful of us, is just way cool. And again, thank you, Alyssandra, for just inviting me. Period, and for everybody just for being here. It doesn't matter if it's for me or for yourselves. I think it's pretty cool to just have a community that whether we're in Long Beach or not, it's still kind of cool to be together. So I definitely appreciate you guys, and I'll play a couple tunes. How much time do I have, Alyssandra? Like how many tunes should I figure doing? You're on mute.
You could do, I don't know, like 20, 25 minutes. Just play a bunch of songs, and we'll just be like.
Well, some of these I haven't played live, so I'm gonna try to figure them out. So, but okay, cool. Let me see. How does can you guys hear the guitar?
Oh yeah. Oh, also for all the people that didn't hear us chatting at the beginning, tell us a little bit about your new album and how it came to be.
Yeah. So thank you. So I like this interview method. So yeah, like probably I think I posted it like in November or something. I was sitting in my car and I was just like, it was definitely pre-COVID, obviously, but it was just more of like I needed to just do something with it. I have so many songs that I've played around, and some of you guys have heard it out in the open mics and stuff. And it's in my daughter here, Alexandra's heard some of these songs when she was a child, and so I just figured I needed to just get it all together and just come up with some sort of project. And kind of like I said, in November, December, and then obviously COVID hit, and it was like I have nothing but time, and if I don't take advantage of that time, it's like the world saying, here you go, here's a friggin' piece of cake, eat it, and it's like, fine. So I got a couple pieces of equipment, and I finalized all the stuff that I needed, and I just put it together, and like I mentioned earlier, it's the first album, but I'm planning on just kind of releasing kind of more continuous releases, even if it's like a single there, some spoken word stuff, some art, poetry, all that stuff. So I'm planning on just, running with it and letting it flow. Yeah, so so I'm gonna play this song called "In the Morning." It's one of the tracks. I don't remember which one it is off of the tracks, but I've never done this one live, so it's kind of interesting. You're gonna go along with me. And this is the first time I've ever used Fernando in the sound, and that came about only because Fernando Gallegos is taken. Like there's other Hispanic gentlemen, not to knock on them because I'm Hispanic, but just other people out there that have that name and they've used it for a few years. So I'm like, I can't just be like, hey, everybody follow that page, and it's not me. So my daughter, actually, Alyssandra, also came up with the name, and she came up with the logo. For those of you who have followed the Spotify or whatever links, she helped me come up with the logo and kind of that design. And I was like, dude, that's so cool. So I put it on t-shirts and stuff. Oh, and check out the website, fernandoandthesound.com. Trying to put as much stuff on there, kind of as I go along, but I kind of built the basics of it. So anyways, here we go. Oh, is the guitars okay? Levels?
Yeah, when you get close to the mic like that, Fernando, you're overmodulating. You get that.
All right,
Yeah, more guitar.
More guitar. I have a cowbell.
I also love the logo on your album. The art is really cool. It feels kind of like you need 3D glasses for it,
Yeah.
It's really cool. I love it. Well done.
Thank you, Alyssandra. I call her out on the website for sure because it was kind of cool. It was just like a surprise. So how does this sound?
Yeah.
Okay. It's all right. Tell me that you crap, dude. Now I have to remember how it goes. Tell me that you move with me. Tell me that you groove with me. Tell me that you sway with me. Tell me that you feel like me. Let me dance with you under starlights and the moon. Let me take your hand and spin you close to me. Tell me that you move like me. Tell me that you breathe like me. Tell me that your body moves ever so quietly. Look into my eyes. get lost deep in the sea. And with the break of day, you rise above the waves and let the sun caress your skin, just like my lips and mine. Oh, 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 oh. I should like whistle here or something. Let me dance with you under starlights and the moon. Let me take your hand and spin you close to me. Tell me that you move like me. Tell me that you breathe like me. Tell me that your body moves ever so quietly. And with the break of day, you rise above the waves and let the sun caress your skin, just like my lips and mine. Oh, oh, oh. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. So it's funny because I kind of followed what you did, Alyssandra, and I started a Facebook Live thing in the background. So I got like multiple things going on. I'm like, I gotta learn from the best right there. I gotta learn from the best. So I'm gonna do the classic song. See if I remember. I'm gonna do In My Mind, and it's definitely gonna go out to the crowd, obviously, because you guys have heard the song before, and I appreciate that. It just makes me really happy, and it's just kind of cool just to kind of hear the see the heads bobbing and stuff, and then George called it out, like he's like, dude, that's my favorite song. So it's like, it goes out to all you guys. I love you guys, and thank you again for listening. And I don't know if Freddie's on anymore. It doesn't look like it is, but if you guys, oh, there he is. Love you, Freddie. Like you're very inspirational with your guitar playing and all your cool vibes. So this goes out to all you guys, anyways. Ellen and everybody, artistically beautiful people. I need you oh so slowly. I can't take you all at once. I took some pieces of you, now you melt into my mind. My mind, you're in my mind. I took some pictures of you and I drew them on my wall. I tattooed your face on me, now I can't forget your eyes. Your eyes, you're in my mind. I can still feel your body, the warmth of where you lay. I can still feel your heartbeat as you walked away from me that night. Now I'm haunted by you and your happiness. your heartbeat as you walked away from me that night. Now I'm haunted by you and your happiness. I watched you walk away from me. Now I can't forget your sway. My hands upon your body, the softest touch, the softest touch. In my mind, you're in my mind. Thank you guys. I love the meaning that Freddie was doing. Is just like, let's touch you so slowly. So thank you guys.
The softest touch, man.
The softest touch. That's
I remember that part.
Yeah,
yeah,
dude, for sure. That's so much fun to do, and we did it.
I practically begged to play lead guitar on that when we would jam at Clancy's and stuff. I was like, "Hey, can I play on your song?"
Dude, for sure. Yeah, I love old man Clancy's, man. We had some good times. I think we've all had a good times, every one of us. So yeah, dude, for sure. Thank you, man.
I don't drink that much anymore, man. Can't keep up.
I'm like, kombucha, yay, I'm done. No. Dude, thank you guys, appreciate that. You know, and it's I was telling Alyssandra earlier in the beginning of the thing here, and like I went to my website, I started building it out, and I figured, you know, it's fernandoandthesound.com, very basic, but I decided to kind of create a whole lyric section that's literally going to be, I'm building it out so it's not fully complete, but building out the actual lyrics, but then like stories behind it, just also for myself and for my own sanity of how I wrote those. So some of those I'll forget, but that one came about. I was like sitting in my room back in like 2013, back in the old days, and you know, I was playing some Beatles jam. I forgot. It was like the. Anyways, it was one of those like cool 60s songs that I was just practicing, and like that little beat came up, and I was like, I wonder if I was like, okay. And I just started just jamming on that. So, you know, it just became what it became, and it was like cool. Dude, like playing that live with like the Cold Shoulders was like one of like my favorite things, because it was like, you know, Shai would be on the freaking tambourine, and like Matt was like hitting those drums, and Freddie wasn't on the guitar, which I would have loved, but the homie, you know, was on there and he was doing his thing, and so it was just fun, you know. I think that was great. So thank you guys, I appreciate it. I'm gonna do another little jam here, and I literally had to like take all my lyrics and put them on a single page, because yeah, I was like, oh shit, I just recorded it, but how does it go? Let me see if I can remember this one. So this one is a really kind of an older song, and it's one of the slower tracks that I have, but it's a Spanish track too, which is one of the things I wanted to do. Is I wanted to just, whatever came out, I wasn't going to be worrying about like, oh, it's a Spanish album or the English album or the whatever album. It was just like the album. So this was called Sonrisa, and I wrote it back in '96. If you go to my website, check out the lyrics and all that stuff, you'll see that it's basically, I was happily married, and Anna's a great human being, so I still have a great relationship with her, and it's all respectful and everything, and she loves my girlfriend, and my girlfriend, you know, we all hang out and everything. So anyways, just to get that passed, but you know, happily married, but it was kind of just one of those songs where you're kind of like, oh, you know, hey, I love you, and you know, I'm gonna hold you, and it's gonna be cool, and if time forgives us, we're gonna live forever, and all this stuff. So, but then at the end, I was trying to be like very dramatic, very very Mexican telenovela. I was like, but if you do me wrong, I'm out of here, you know. So it was like, and so you won't hear that because unless you speak Spanish, but it's kind of cool. I just put that in there. Anyways. Encerrado en mi cuarto, me dijiste, ¿quieres vivir conmigo? Si perdón nos da el tiempo, muchas vidas viviremos, imaginando en mi mente que no estás. No podré vivir sin tenerte en mí, sin tu cuerpo abrazar. Son las cosas que me hacen pensar en ti una vez más. Y si veo en tus ojos un llanto, solo y desesperado, pondré mis manos en tu frente y te dormiré. No podré vivir sin tenerte en mí, sin tu cuerpo abrazar. Son las cosas que me hacen pensar en ti una vez más. I love that lighter. Oh, I feel like I'm at the Forum or something. Y después de jugar tus juegos, amaneces enamorada de mí. Ya no estaré ahí. No podrás vivir sin tenerte en mí, sin mi cuerpo abrazar. Son las cosas que me hacen pensar en ti una vez más. Thank you guys. Yeah, that's the difficult part about Zoom too. It's like, am I done? Can the people hear me? Like, it's cool. No, thank you guys. Thank you very much. This other song, I think I'm gonna do one of the newer songs, and then let's go back up. So, 1,000 Days. So thank you so much for the review, Freddie. That's like I totally I appreciate that, man. It's one of those songs that it was literally, I wanted to write the most basic song, and Freddie probably heard it more than anybody else, but it's literally 2 chords. And so I'm just literally I just wanted to just kind of write like the simplest songs and throw just whatever melody I could over it. And so that's really the basis of it. And it was written for my girlfriend Lisa, and we were just kind of like, I'm like, hey baby, hey. And I meant it in a respectful way, so I wasn't be like catcalling. So I say, hey, won't you walk this way? But I meant it in a loving way. So I don't want to get any like, no bad vibes, all good vibes.
No!
I mean, if we were on stage right now, Freddie, I'd be like, this is for you, Freddie. Now I don't remember the rhythm anymore. All right. No, I want to see your face, Freddie. Hey, won't you walk this way? Let me feel you close, let me kiss your lips for 1,000 days. Hey, won't you come my way? Let me close your eyes, let me steal your breath in 1,000 ways. In my arms we will take the leap into vastness of the sky, smallness of the self. Hey, hey, hey. In our minds we will be a part of all, and the sun will shine and the moon will rise. Hey, hey, hey. You gonna play a lead, Freddie? That was awesome. Thank you, Freddie. Veo tu cuerpo ahí, esperándome con tu amor y piel como flor de abril. En un mar de luz, bajo cielo azul, convirtiéndonos en un día sin fin. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you guys. Muchas gracias. Yeah, and I opted to make sure that I put, mix of languages, because I love languages. So if I know a language, I'm going to throw a lyric in there. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to just put some Spanish in here. Let's see here.
What accent was that?
What's that? What accent? What's that? That's not an accent. That wasn't an accent. It wasn't meant to be an accent. My girlfriend's asking me that. Let's see, I got a couple more songs maybe. I'll do "Shine in Me" is another good one, and that's a brand new one. I wrote it for my girlfriend as well. It definitely was like that was an interesting song, because I think I was just trying to get really spacey with it and kind of just broad, but I kept it simple at the same time. And I've never done it live, so bear with me if I kind of. Yeah, I'm gonna start it. Let's see if I can remember it. Yeah, it sounds kind of weird. I'm trying to make sure I get it. If not, I'm gonna move on to the next song. So. Yeah, right? It's like, I recorded it and I never play it live, so just give me one more quick second. Behind your quiet eyes, your silence, you keep the light that's shining everywhere. You open up your arms, you feed the light, you feed the sun in every day. You've traveled for so long, so quietly, you miss the love you see in me. Shine in me. Shine in me. Walk among us every day. The flowers and the wind, they go your way. At night you shine above us. You shine above us like the star you are today. You are a shooting star, you are. You hide it all so well. Behind your quiet eyes, your silence, you keep the light that's shining everywhere. shine in me, shine in me. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. How much more time do I have, Miss Alyssandra?
Oh, maybe one more song and then we'll go on to the next person.
Perfect.
Is that good?
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you guys again for the first of all, thank you, Alyssandra, for the invite, and everybody for joining. I even have some Facebook Live people, Ola, down there, and kind of doing the Zoom meeting, which is up on the thread here. So yeah, I'm gonna do this last song. This one, this was also around the same time I wrote Into My Mind. It's called Pretty Little Things Like You. It was called Pretty Little Things for a long time, but then I remembered or saw that somebody else had a song like that, so I was like, oh, let me add a couple letters and make it more unique. But yeah, so this is a kind of an interesting song. Let me make sure I have it up. Yeah. So this one was like definitely a melancholic song, and it was kind of right before my divorce. So it was definitely, it makes my youngest daughter cry. Let's just say that, and it's very kind of emotional from that perspective. But it, in a sense, she still loves it. She's like, play it. It's part of who you are. So I'll play it. It's called Pretty Little Things Like You, and hopefully I can remember it too. She's staring at the sun, waiting for someone to come and comfort her. She listens to the waves for a voice of a refrain from some distant song. She's counting out the days, the footsteps left behind, they seem to go nowhere. I can't explain the way my mind it builds a world with pretty little things like you. I can't explain the way my hands explore your body, the warm skin it overwhelms. I've seen you there across my skies. I've seen your naked body waiting very still. We take our time, the silence grows in the empty room we're building in our minds. I can't explain the way builds a world with pretty little things like you. I can't explain the way my hands explore your body, the one skin it overwhelms. I've seen you there across my skies. I've seen your naked body waiting very still. We take our time, the silence grows in the empty room where building in our minds. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you. Much love to everybody.
So cool.
Thank you guys.
iPhone 11, who are you? Who's here?
What is this mystery iPhone?
We'll find out. Thank you so much, Fernando. That was so wonderful. It's so great to see your face and hear your songs and like, it just made my whole day.
Thank you guys.
So, anybody want to play next? This is an open mic. The mic is open. Nathan would like to play.
I got a song about a minute.